Hello everyone, so in this video we are going to learn how to create leads in Salesforce from new Webflow form submission. So you have created a form for registration in Webflow, and whenever a candidate or a customer fills up that form and submits it, then you want to use that information to create a lead in your Salesforce. So you can create a complete automation with the help of Pabbly Connect for this complete purpose, where we are going to integrate these two applications, and here our trigger will be the new submission received in Webflow, and our action will be to create a lead in Salesforce. Let us learn how to do that. So let us learn that how you can create leads in your Salesforce as soon as a new form is submitted, that is a Webflow submission. So here are my Webflow websites, and here is this website that I have opened, and these are my forms. So this is a registration form for the leads, and once somebody fills up this form, so it will be sent to Salesforce and a lead will be generated over here. So let us quickly sign in into our account so that we will reach this place where I can see all the applications provided by Pabbly. And we are going to use Pabbly Connect to create this automation. Click on Access Now. That will take me to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Reaching here, you will be able to see a big blue button on your right side where it is written Create Workflow. Click on the button and give a suitable name to your workflow. I'm going to name it as Create Leads in Salesforce for new Webflow form submissions. Click on Create, and then a blank workflow will be created for you like you can see on your screen. You will be able to see Trigger and Action, the two major modules of Pabbly Connect on which the complete automation runs. Before that, I would like to mention, please open your Webflow website and the form where you are going to fill it, and also Salesforce where you are going to check for the leads over here, so that you can connect both these applications easily with Pabbly Connect, and also to make the required changes like filling up this form. So let us begin with the understanding of trigger and action. Trigger says when this happens, and action says do this, which means that trigger will be the first application where the event will take place. And as soon as that happens, this will ensure that the action application performs the assigned action, which means action will do this. So the trigger application is Webflow, because until and unless a form is submitted by the customer in Webflow, then this workflow won't run. And the action application is Salesforce, because the end action is going to be creation of a lead in Salesforce, and that will be happening because of this form submission. So let us choose the trigger event over here, which is new form submission. Triggers when a new form submission occurs. Select this one. And now you will see that you will be provided a webhook URL by Pabbly Connect. This webhook actually will act like a bridge between your trigger application and Pabbly Connect in such a way that we will copy it from here and paste it in our Webflow with the help of these instructions given over here. And then this will ensure that whenever a new form submission occurs, this webhook URL, which is connecting both the applications, will bring that submission over here as a webhook response. So let us follow these instructions. Copy this webhook URL from here and go to your Webflow sites over here. Click on Settings, and that will take you to the settings page where you will see Integrations tab. Click on Integrations, scroll down, and you will find webhook over here. See, for form submission, there is an existing webhook. I would suggest delete this one. Otherwise, it will be confusing for the form settings to reach the Pabbly Connect workflow. Click on Delete, and here click on Add Webhook. Select what is the trigger type, form submission. For form submission, we are adding this URL, and paste the URL over here that you copied from your workflow. When you have added the webhook, your integration is complete. When you reach back to your workflow, you will see that it is still waiting for a webhook response, because now it wants a form submission, a sample form submission, to bring the details over here. Let us fill the form. Email address, phone number, company name from wherever you belong. I belong from this specific college, so I'm going to write that name. Address. Okay, so I fill in all the details, click on Submit, and your form will be submitted. Go back to your workflow, and here we have the response. See, the name of the form is registration form. Then we have the address over here, the name over here, the phone number, the title name, the address again, email address, and the date when it is created, and the ID of your form submission as well. So we have received almost all the details that we filled in the form. So this webhook URL was successful in bringing the form details to us. Now what we need to do is create a lead in Salesforce. Click on the action event and choose the event over here, which is create lead. Now you have to connect Salesforce and Pabbly Connect so that the data that you have received over here in the Pabbly Connect trigger response should be used to create a lead in Salesforce. So click on connect, add new connection and connect with Salesforce. It will automatically detect. You just have to click on allow to give access to Pabbly Connect and your work will be done. Now you will see you need the last name and first name separately. You have many details to be entered over here and we are going to map the same details from our form submission only. But what to do for this? Last name and first name has to be separated, but you have it connected. So what you will do is click on this plus button and separate the first name and last name here. So we will use a feature by Pabbly called text formatter. Now it is a feature that is built inside Pabbly and it will, as the name suggests, it changes the formats of the text. Now the action event is split text because we are going to split the first name and last name into two. So connect and first you will map the text. So every name has two parts, right? First name and last name. So here we are going to map that name over here. See, this is the name. Now I will write that I want this space to be separated. So this space will make it separate, like the first name will be one and last name will be the other part of this. So I'm mapping this so that every time a new name is submitted in the form, then a new name will be replaced by this existing name right here. So you can add different special characters over here as a separator, but there is no dot or hyphen between it. There is just space between the two names. So I will copy this from here and paste it in the place of separator. I want all the index. I want the first and last both names. Click on save and send test request and you will see that here you have the response with the splitted name. See, first and last name separated. So every time anybody submits this form from Webflow form submission, then the name will be split and further we can map those names over here. Now click on connect and save this connection again so that you can refresh this step because you added one step suddenly between the existing workflow. Now you can map the last name. When you click on that empty field, it will ask you to insert data from the previous step. So these two are the previous step and the name has to be taken from the splitted part. So this is your last name. Similarly, map the first name. Then we have a title. So we have a title, but we do have a company name as well. But what is required, we have the company as a required field. So we will fill the company name over here in the required one, right? Phone number. So similarly, map it from Webflow. This is the phone number. Email address, map it from here only. Website, we do not have description. We do not have lead source is web. Why? Because obviously through a web form submission, it was possible. Street name, city name, so you can map the address here and it's done. Okay, now we don't have more details than this. We had sufficient details and we filled it in. No required field is left empty, so just click on save and send test request and see you will receive an ID of your created lead. Here, success equals to 1, which means it is done successfully, and this ID is a proof of your newly created lead. Let us close this module and go back to our Salesforce to check have we created a lead or not. And this is my Salesforce. Let me refresh the page and see the topmost one is mine. We just now created this lead. The company name, the lead source, the contact details are given over here and we have the address as well. So which means that with the help of this workflow, you can straight away create a Salesforce leads from this form submission. Only the name splitting is important, which can be done using text formatter by Pabbly. So this was the whole workflow. I hope this helped. Not just these applications, but you can integrate many other applications using Pabbly Connect. If you have any issue regarding Pabbly, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any doubts regarding our pricing, then you can connect us through this given website. If you found this video helpful in any way, then make sure to share this with your friends and colleagues to make their life easier by creating automations. We will meet in the next video. Till then, do not forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.